So in Samurai 7, we once again see 7 men named Kanbei, Gorobei, Katsushiro, Heihachi, Kyuzo, Kikuchiyo, and Tsurugi, who team up to defend a poor village from marauding bandits, as well as rescuing many of the kidnapped villagers from a corrupt political leader named Ukiyo. One advantage that this series has over the original film is that the characters have much more distinct character designs and they stand out more because there's more time to delve into the personalities of characters who didn't stand out as much in the original. Gorobei, for example, has a very cool backstory as a samurai-turned-street performer that does give him a nice sense of charm and charisma, and his ability to pluck arrows out of thin air is a very cool ability. And Heihachi stands out for his engineering abilities, being able to build giant catapults alongside the villagers, build a rapport with them, and salvage any stolen parts that they can get from the bandits during the battles. Even the villagers actually stand out a little bit more, particularly one named Rikichi, whose backstory involving his kidnapped wife is expanded upon from a subplot from Seven Samurai that was looked into, but not nearly as much, whereas here there is a beginning, middle, and end to that arc that I did really enjoy. Now at first, I didn't really enjoy the villain Ukiyo due to the fact that he seemed like a spoiled, whiny rich brat who, for the first half, pursued the samurai just so they can capture a girl that they had alongside them and make her his servant. But over time, he did become a surprisingly sinister villain who was very intelligent, knew how to appease his citizens and make himself look like a hero, and was great at manipulating the villagers and the bandits into fighting each other while pleasing them both at the same time. He actually reminded me a little bit of Prince Wu from Legend of Korra because this was what I wanted Wu to be. He could have been spoiled and rich or anything, but he could have at least been intelligent, cunning, and capable of ruling over people. And in here, Ukiyo succeeds that very nicely. Now, what makes this show's atmosphere very enjoyable for me is Kaoru Wada and Tetsuya Hayashi's musical score. The traditional Japanese music combined with the steampunk setting really sets it apart from other anime shows that I've seen, and it does add to the emotions that are being portrayed by the characters. And as for the animation, for the first few episodes, it looked very stilted, it didn't feel lifelike, the character designs were horrible, especially with the protagonists, oddly enough, who were given features like red eyes and these very nasty looking haircuts that just were not good to look at. And the action scenes were very slow in terms of choreography, and they relied a lot on static shots whenever anyone was killed. But as the show progressed and the stakes were raised, especially when they were battling the bandits, the set pieces became bigger in scale, they were using things like airships and mecha for battles, and the choreography was faster paced and fluid enough for me to enjoy. For me, the biggest problem does center around certain characters' motivations. Not only are Kikuchiyo's angry outbursts even more frequent and less thought out and more sporadic than they were in Seven Samurai, the main reason that Kyuzo decides to join the Seven is really just so he can kill Kanbei in a battle after their job is done, and that's it. He doesn't have any arc, there's no beginning, middle, or end, and there really isn't enough of a tragic past to really make us understand him as a character. And there are also these side villains called Guardians who I thought were completely pointless due to the fact that they switch sides between the samurai and the bandits very, very frequently, and they don't really contribute that much to the plot. It is true that some characters do make a lot of bad choices, and some of the animation is pretty uninspired, but Samurai 7 has enough likable characters, a few memorable action sequences, and enough differences to set it apart from the Kurosawa film. And for that reason, I'm going to give Samurai 7 a 3.5 out of 5. Guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, check out my other reviews at noperfectmovie.com. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care.